So unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard that Dayseeker just dropped a new album a couple weeks ago called Creature in the Black Night, and it has us all feeling a little bit like this.
Ron, where are you?
I'm in a glass case of emotion!
Now let me be the first to say I am a big Dayseeker fan, and this album is absolutely fantastic. I think it is probably the first no-skip album from all of the bands that I like and have listened to that has dropped this year. It's the first no-skip album that I have heard come out this year. But I figured today we'd have a little fun and I would do a bit of an opinion piece on this and let you know what I think of the album and the album rating that I would give it, rating all the songs from worst to best and the overall album itself. And if you guys like this video, maybe this could become a series on the channel. I've had a lot of fun making this video, so maybe it could become something. So consider this possibly, potentially, episode 1. But the songs will be in order from my least favorite to my absolute favorite on the album. And again, this is all my opinion. If you disagree, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know what you guys think of this album and the songs in the order of your least favorite to your favorite. So please let me know down below.
When the callus forms on your weary feet, I would carry you till the devil is asleep. Are my open arms not the heaven you seek? When I know one day you'll get tired of me. If death is only waiting for a final breath, I'm waiting for your silhouette. I could follow you forever till the bitter end, and we could make amends, say we'll meet again. The afterlife is colder than they told me it would be. Now I have nothing left to lose but these cemetery blues.
So Cemetery Blues is probably the only song on the album when I heard it I was kind of like, it's okay. I mean, the song is good. I will say the song is good. It's just, I think of all the songs, it's probably the weakest in my opinion. And it's really funny because when I looked through the album on Apple Music, you can look at the song titles of all the songs before they're released. You can see all the names of the song titles. And, you know, they had released some of the singles on the album up to this point, but I saw Cemetery Blues and it was, funnily enough, it was the one I was most interested to hear just because of the name. I don't know why, but funnily enough, it's my least favorite on the album. That's just how it works out. But I don't know. I think I don't want to say redundant, but I feel it's the weakest song on the album. I just think the album is so good. There's a lot of better songs on the album, and that one's kind of my least favorite.
Golden lights, they tend to flicker on the quiet street. Can you see me through the gray clouds on the black concrete? There's a headlight racing toward me, but I don't think that I care. Nothing hurts quite like the feeling of a heart beyond repair. Call my friends, good at playing pretend. Don't break down again. Novocaine, numbing me to the pain. I don't feel a thing. Bottling up my thoughts for a while, blaming myself till I'm dead on arrival, till I meet a rest in peace. I don't wanna believe I'm the living dead.
The Living Dead, I think, is a really cool tune. Kind of slower pace considering some of the other tunes that are on the album, but it's still really good song. I don't know why. I kind of put it towards the bottom just because, again, I think there are stronger songs on the album that I personally relate to and I think are just a little bit better. So The Living Dead, number 10 for me.
You're turning into a shadow. You fall but you levitate. levitate. I watch you shape-shift in front of me and drift to the dark.
Number 9, Shapeshift. I will say, obviously, you'll tell by this list, this is probably my least favorite single that they released. When I say singles, obviously the singles are the ones they released before the album comes out, and when I say deep cut, that refers to songs they didn't release as singles. So, there's deep cuts, and then there's the singles that they released before the album came out. But Shapeshift was probably my least favorite single. I can't really put it into words very well. I think it's one of those, I think there's better songs on the album, but I don't know, when I first heard it, I wasn't blown away like I was when I heard some of the other songs on the album. I'm not saying it's not a good song. It's a great song. I listen to it all the time. Just personally, I think there's better singles and better deep cuts on the album as a whole.
Never saw yourself rise from the ashes. Are you still under the influence? Leaving me these scars just for the practice. It's not safe to drown inside a river of all your broken lies. Sharpen your blade if you unveil the knife. I'd love to see your soul burn alive. I'm waiting with the vultures tonight. And when you say goodbye to all you've lost, I'll be there so I can watch your soul burn alive. You've got a secret.
Soul Burn. This is probably the most haunting song on the album, in my opinion. I just think it's kind of a creepy tune, which might sound weird considering it is one of the slower paced ones. It's synth keys and vocals. There's not a whole lot going on in the song, but I don't know, just the lyrics, I think are really devastating, really kind of creepy. And I know that's what they were going for with this album. I know the concept is kind of supposed to be like a horror album. I've heard some of the band members talking about that. But that song kind of gets me. It just, I don't know, it gives me the heebie-jeebies a little bit, like in a good way, but it's a very haunting song, but very good tune. But I feel like it's kind of in the middle. Again, just because there's not a crazy amount of stuff going on in it. Again, it's just kind of synth and vocals, but still a cool tune.
Made a deal with the devil. If you wanna see how I run right back to killing myself, taking my time, dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight. At the end of every dream, there's a demon saying I didn't need help to ruin my life, dancing with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Pale Moonlight. This was the first single that they released for this album. They released it quite a ways before the album came out. It's a good tune. It kind of set the mood for the whole album, I think, in a cool way. Again, with the horror concept going on. Really cool tune. I like a lot of the synth stuff that they do in here with the keys. The drums sound really, really good on this particular track. The whole album is very well produced. I think it's Dan Bronstein that produces their album, so big shout out to him. Album sounds fantastic. But yeah, Pale Moonlight, it's a great tune. It's just kind of middle tier for me. Again, I think there's better tunes, but still a really cool song. It really set the mood for this whole album.
Two different sides of the story. You're two-faced on every page. I chose to ignore all the warnings, but you keep biting down for a taste. Are you crawling out of your skin again? Tell me it's not what it seems. Drain the blood from me like it never ends. Cling to my skin like a leech. Every part of you is giving up your eternal fate, a slave to the bloodlust.
Bloodlust. Okay, so this is by far, in my opinion, the heaviest song on this album. It's a cool tune. I do like it. I listen to it at the gym a lot when I'm doing weights and running and stuff, but it is very, very heavy. A lot of screamy stuff going on in here. Really get to hear the range of Rory's screaming and vocals on that, but really cool tune. Again, kind of in the middle. I think it is a good song. Again, I love all these songs. Let me re-say that. But I think there are, again, stronger songs. But this is still a very cool tune. Very heavy, kind of get you, get you amped up, get you ready to roll. But really cool song. I really like it. But yeah, just kind of, again, middle tier for me. Again, I think there's better songs on this album. But we continue on.
I've been waiting and I'm terrified you'll destroy me when the sun sets. Tried to find you in another life, but the demons took my last breath. But the past and the present, when I look into your eyes, I collapse through the ceiling when I'm coming off your high. You're the last 7 minutes that I see before I die. Don't you forget you're mine. I can't wait to meet the Reaper. Feel the sting of death a little deeper. Where my body dwells between heaven and hell. I seal my fate, forget my name. There's no escape. Meet the Reaper.
Meet the Reaper. Okay, so I have a couple things to say about this. First off, I think this is a really great song. Again, we're in top 5 territory now, so I think this is a really cool song. I personally think this is the most underrated deep cut from this album thus far, from what I've seen, other people talking about, going through all the songs and stuff. I think this is the most underrated deep cut, again, not one that was released as a single but came out on the album later, deep cut. I think it's a really great song. Kind of a little more upbeat. I think you really get to hear, some of Rory's vocal abilities on this particular track. It's really well produced. Again, the drums sound great. They sound great on all the songs, but a couple of them in particular, they just, really spicy. But Meet the Reaper, I think, is a very underrated tune, in my opinion. I think it is the most underrated deep cut on this album thus far. I know it just came out like 2 or 3 weeks ago, so there's still a lot of people that are going to stumble upon this group who may have never heard of Dayseeker and listen to this album. I know the Dayseeker fans like me are listening to this album and kind of, everybody's kind of in the trying to figure it out phase. They're like, ooh, I like that song, but I like that song. Everybody's kind of putting together their list right now, in their heads. But I think this is a really underrated tune on the album. I think it is a really, really cool song. Creature in the Black Night. I put it at 4. I think it is a really cool tune. In my opinion, I think it is the most unique sounding song on the album. It sounds to me like, I don't know, it doesn't sound like any of the other songs in a weird way. Because again, most albums, they have concepts. Like obviously this one's kind of a horror concept, like I've said. But at a certain point, a lot of the songs will kind of run together, and I know these kind of bleed into each other, which is really cool, really Pink Floyd-y of them to do. Really cool concept. I love that they did that. But I just think that this particular tune is the most unique sounding song on the album. It sounds the least like all the other songs to me. I just think it's a really cool track. It's got a lot of attitude to it. It's got a really cool groove to it. And then it picks up at the end and gets really heavy, which I really love, but it has like a bit of a pop vibe. Don't kill me for saying that, but a little bit at the end, like the last chorus, has got like kind of a pop vibe to it, which is really, really cool. It's like pop meets rock meets progressive metal, with some screaming in there. It's really cool. It all merges in a really cool way. Really like that song.
If it's all the same to you, I think we need a clean break. Digging up your grave was no use to prove that I was insane. All the times I was afraid of when you would tie that noose around my neck. You can blame me for your detriment if it keeps you warm on your deathbed. So if you leave, then don't come home. Can't raise the dead with miracles. You'll haunt me when I need you most, and fade like a forgotten ghost.
Forgotten Ghost. I put it at number 3. I really, really enjoy this track. Again, it's one of those deep cuts. From what I've seen and heard from everybody else online, and the other reviews and stuff that I've watched, I feel like this is probably everybody's favorite deep cut. Again, deep cut meaning not released as a single. But it just seems like everybody's kind of, I don't know, unanimous favorite as far as the deep cuts go. I really like it. It is a great tune. Really cool. That's why I've got it up high. I think it is a really great song. You really get to hear some of the softer spots of Rory's voice in this. Again, sounds really, really good, but I really enjoy that tune.
Shame, I thought I had a pulse again. Swear you called my name when I was on my dying breath. The skin wore off my bones, I felt my soul at peace. Can I just be alone again? A few more decades, please. Can you tell me what it's like to bring the dead back to life? Gave me roses when I died, just to kill me one more time. Now I gotta cut you off, gotta cut my losses. Came all this way, got out of my grave again, just to crawl back to my coffin. It's a goddamn shame.
Crawl Back to My Coffin. They released this single, I believe it was the day before the entire album came out. It is such a good song. It is my favorite single off of all the singles they've released. Because they did Creature in the Black Night, they did Shape Shift, they did Pale Moonlight, and then they did this one. My favorite single by far of all of the singles. It's such a cool tune. The concept to it is really cool. I love the lyrics to the song. The lyrics are really, really good to the song. Probably lyrically my favorite tune on the whole album, but just such a beautiful song. Really, really cool song.
It's an evil that can't be tamed. Crush your skull like it's porcelain. When it fades to black, you're a dead man. Does it kill you when you're alone? Just one look and you'll turn to stone. When your spirit dies, you'll be hollow. And the dark shade comes to take away the pain, and you become the only thing you love to hate. Craving her touch, but you feel like a stranger. Have you had enough of meeting your maker? This is the price we have to pay for letting the pieces fall into place. I want you to crawl back to me, down on your knees, nocturnal remedy.
Nocturnal Remedy, my favorite tune on the album. I think it is such a cool tune. It's one of those cool albums where I can kind of say, at least in my opinion, I don't know how all of the Dayseeker fans feel and all the people who haven't heard this album yet feel, but I feel like this is one of those albums where the deep cuts on the album are just as good, if not better, than the singles that were released off of the album. I think the deep cuts on this album cut deep. Obviously, when you listen to them, the album is like just emotionally scarring, lyrically, musically, melodically. All the songs are beautiful, and some of them are heavy, and some of them are aggressive, and some of them are just really, really good. They're all really, really good. But I just think this tune is so, so cool. In relation to all the other tunes, it's upbeat. The drums, again, I'm big on drums and how they're mixed and mastered. You know, when it comes down to listening to an album, the drums on that song sound so good. I just think it's a really cool tune. Just to me, it sounds like the most Dayseeker song on the album. I just think it is so good. And I love that the deep cuts on this album are just as good as the singles. That doesn't happen very often. You don't get to say that very often, but in my opinion, I would venture to say that the deep cuts on this particular album are just as good, if not better, than the singles that were released on this album. They're really good, which again, it makes the whole album even better. Like, you don't cherry pick. It's not a cherry pick album. It is here and by far a no skip album. But this has been my album rating and ranking of all the songs. I give this album, Creature in the Black Night by Dayseeker, a solid 5 out of 5 stars. The album is absolutely incredible. If you have not listened to it, go stream it right now. Apple Music, Spotify, wherever you get your music. The album is fantastic, and I think you'll be thoroughly surprised with the deep cuts, the singles. If you're a new Dayseeker fan and you haven't heard any Dayseeker songs, let this be your introduction. Go listen to this album. It is absolutely incredible, and I think there is a song on this album for everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching my album review, rating, and ranking. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you guys have enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel. Really helps me out. But again, thank you so much. Hope you have a great day.